It's showtime, everyone. Hello, and welcome to another horror-filled episode of Starmen. I'm your host, Devin. With me is Cody and David.
Hello, ghouls and goblins.
Hell to everyone.
And guys, we're going to look at the history of horror Halloween.
Ooh. Spooky.
Yeah, I mean, it's the season. Why not explore a bit more into the history of it?
Exactly.
So, let's start from the beginning. Where did this originate from?
The Celtics.
The Celtics. And what was the reasoning for this?
They believe that around this time, the veil between the living and the dead weakened, allowing the dead to cross through, so to speak.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the name of this holiday, because it wasn't called Halloween.
And now I'm going to butcher this. Sohim.
Yep. Samhain is more accurately, but, you know, it's an ancient word, who knows, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Celtic.
Yeah.
Who remembers Celtic? No one can see that your hand coming up, Devin, but yes, you.
I'm sorry, I studied a bit. No, but this was also a very important time for them because this was actually the end of their calendar year.
Ah.
And would usher in the start of winter, which would be the harshest part of their day, or cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it was more to praise a bountiful harvest and pray for a short winter, as well as honor the dead.
Oh, so it was like their new year.
Yeah.
All right.
That's interesting.
And of the three equinoxes, I believe it's called, or 4 equinoxes, this was the most important because of that, what I just said. And to also honor this, they would let the heath in their houses burn out and then relight it with the bonfire from this festival.
Okay.
Oh, neat.
And it was to the point where this was a mandatory thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And a heath is like a candle?
It's your fireplace.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Wouldn't they also offer food to the dead?
They would also offer food to the dead.
Out of respect? And
Out of-
possible fear?
Out of respect and possible fear, mostly respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, alright, we got the foundation of Halloween, but what's changed about it?
Well,
Let's
now-
bring in the good old friends, the Catholics.
Yeah.
oh!
So, we did our research, but we couldn't find a definite answer to this question. But the Catholics also brought in All Saints' Eve
And All Saints Day.
and All Saints' Day.
There's like 3 of them, but they... Oh, All Souls Day was the 3rd one.
Yeah. And I think, in my opinion, an effort to convert Celtics into Catholics, they started taking some of the Celtic traditions into their celebrations.
Ah.
You know, it's like, hey, our religion's not that much different than yours. We celebrate this, whatever you guys call it.
Yeah. Let's just fuse them together
Yeah.
to make a wacky holiday.
So, explain more on the Catholic side of the All Saints Days.
Well, there's not much to it from what I remember, but it's mainly similar to... It's the Christians' way of celebrating the dead as well.
Yeah.
So there are similarities there. They didn't just do it for fun.
And I think we should backtrack Catholics, not Christian.
Oh yeah, Catholic, sorry. Sorry everyone.
Religion's not our strong suit. Please don't mirror us.
Yeah.
and this worked pretty well. And then the tradition sort of started to mutate a bit.
Yeah.
Oh boy, did it ever.
Yeah.
What's a gourd, Devin?
Well, you see, it's a type of fruit. I'm not sure of. It might be a veggie.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it grows on a vine, so I think it's a fruit.
And there was the first problem.
Here's the first problem to a story that's coming up. What on earth is a jack-o'-lantern and why do we make them?
Well, to that, we have to look at old Jack.
Alright, please explain good old Jack to us, because I didn't hear this story until now.
Right? Old Jack was just some random schmo who tricked Satan into climbing up a tree, and then he carved a cross into the tree, and he wouldn't let Satan down unless he promised not to take a soul, which Satan obliged with. I mean, he agreed with.
Yeah.
Fast forward through a whole life of jerkassery.
Jack was an asshole.
Yes.
Kind of a jackass, if you...
Yes, exactly. Then it came time for him to go up to heaven. Heaven didn't want him, so he went to Satan. Satan says we made a deal and threw a piece of charcoal at him.
Yeah.
So, with nowhere to go, Jack took the charcoal, put it in a turnip, and used it as a lantern. To this day, he still wanders around looking for a place to rest.
Yeah. So, the tradition of this is that we used to carve turnips to ward off evil spirits, aka Jack.
Yep.
And eventually we transitioned in the Irish era to pumpkins, because I think they were more bountiful.
Yeah.
Either that or if someone forgot what a gourd meant.
Yeah, or my joke is that no one knew what a gourd was, and we started with a turnip because we were like, it's a turnip, right? And then someone's like, no, it's a freaking pumpkin, pumpkin gourds.
Yeah. So if you're putting a candle in a gourd, you're doing all right.
Yeah. Apparently just put a candle in a fruit.
Yeah. There you go, a lantern.
Yeah, you can put it in an apple for all we care. An apple a day keeps the jack away?
Yep.
God damn.
And that is the story of the jack-o'-lantern, everyone.
Yep.
Whether you wanted to hear it or not.
Yeah. So everyone's going, what about trick-or-treating? Why do we do this practice?
Ooh, good question.
So, originally we started out just setting places around the table around this time of year for our dead relatives to come and join.
Oh, the feast.
The feast. And we'd also leave cakes out for them so that they could eat or come and eat. It was also a tradition to leave your door unlocked and your windows open so your dead relatives could come in, have cake, and then leave.
Right.
Eventually, though, we started to switch that around to from a feast to just going bring food to our neighbors.
Yeah.
And having potlucks.
All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It's like my family. Your relative was friends of my dad and your dad, so let's celebrate together.
Yeah.
Nice.
And hopefully, good old dead Jim will join us.
I don't know, I kind of miss the soul cakes.
Yeah, I do too. I made one year. They're actually quite delicious.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're kind of like a pound cake.
Oh, those are
Oh,
good.
wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways. And then eventually we went to just leaving out, as we left out soul cakes, we kind of left out more treats for our dead relatives, and eventually it switched to leaving them out to ward off evil spirits.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, don't bug me, just eat the candy on the table.
Oh, that's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So now if we have demons coming to your door, just give them candy. They'll leave you alone.
Knock, knock. I'm a demon. I'm here for your soul. Here's a Snickers. Okay, bye.
You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Oh, Jim. Eat a Snickers.
Oh, Jack, get the hell out of here.
Oh, that's your Jack. You're not you when you're hungry. That was his whole problem this whole time.
He's just hungry.
Jack, eat a Snickers.
Hey. Alright. Now why the costumes? Why do we dress up for Halloween?
Didn't the Celtics also do that?
The Celtics did that. There's another part of this celebration that we didn't touch on because I want to save it for this section.
Alright.
So the Celtics would create a bonfire for celebration, and with this they would use it to fortune tell because they would have druids in their mix, and the druids could predict the future at this time of year.
Right.
The druids would wear animal skins and other types of clothing, and at this time of year most people would also wear the said get up just to help predict futures.
Right.
So that's where costumes start from. Then we start transitioning into dressing up as scary things or demons and monsters because we believe that monsters and demons roamed around at this time of year, and if we dressed up as them, they wouldn't kidnap us.
Call me crazy, but I don't think dress up as Elsa would convince a demon not to kidnap you.
Unless the demon looked like Elsa. You never know.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, as David just kind of lightly hinted at, eventually we just transition it to whatever's popular that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It becomes a costume, and it becomes more of a celebration.
Yeah.
Because Halloween was actually invented to be a community holiday.
Yeah.
Where communities would get together, have big feasts and celebrations,
That's actually kind of
and
nice.
dress up and party.
It's kind of nice, actually.
Yeah. We don't do that no more.
Nope.
Which is pretty sad, actually.
Yeah.
Probably would be recommended at this point, anyway.
Not at this time, no. But that's why I like throwing a big, used to like throwing a big Halloween party.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
So we got trick-or-treating, we got costumes, we got the Halloween party. We explained the dead.
Yeah.
Anything we're missing on that? Or anything we didn't touch on that you guys want to touch on?
Let me think here. Oh, here's an interesting piece of history. In the 1700s and 1800s, women would do a ritual with an apple.
Oh yeah! Let's get into this, because this was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So Halloween for women was a way of finding out about your future husband.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And there were several things you could do to predict the future of what your husband would look like or who he was.
Yeah.
One was to peel an apple, throw the skin behind you, and hope it formed the initials of your said husband.
Yeah. And the winner of the apple bobbing contest would be the first to marry.
Yep. That's why we bob for apples.
Yeah. Hooray, I won the apple, I'm getting married.
Yeah. The other thing we would do is roast chestnuts. Each chestnut would represent a possible suitor. And there's two ways to take from this. It's either the chestnut that burned to ashes instead of popping open would be your suitor, or the other belief was the chestnut that first popped open would be the best suitor, and ones that burnt to ashes would be that love would not last.
Wow.
Yeah, depending on which one you want to believe.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I'd never heard of that.
And the last thing is you would bake a ring into a cake and leave it out for a possible suitor to eat.
Oh, great!
Well, you'd hope they eat the cake and like notice the ring before they ate the cake.
Yeah, that's important.
It's like, guys eating cake. Oh, this is delicious. Yeah, my tooth. What the hell is this ring? I want this crap.
That's like the picture, like the woman like hiding behind the wall, eat the cake. You fuck.
Wits.
He's like takes a bite. You're mine now. She's like already in the wedding dress.
Dude would be like, what the hell are you talking to? Ah, no. Not again.
Time's not to eat cake, huh?
Words to live by.
Yeah.
Cake is evil.
Do we have anything else or any stories of Halloween that we want to get out?
Like, I think I read something where in other parts of the world they put candles on gravestones or whatever
Yeah.
and light them to honor the dead, I think.
To honor the dead, in the Celtics also believed that this was a way to help the dead reach the afterlife.
Nice.
It would shine like in the dark afterlife and help them find their way.
Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about witches, but they're not exactly a Halloween exclusive.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
How about black cats?
Again, not really Halloween exclusive, but the superstition carried. Yeah. A black cat is already bad enough on Halloween. Apparently, it's 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Any bad luck actually is 10 times worse on around the Halloween.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Like you don't want to break mirrors on Halloween. You don't want to go under the ladder.
You will be cursed.
Cursed for eternity.
You don't want to step on cracks or go near a cat.
No.
Black cat. And don't they like do bats up for this now?
The bats are kind of a symbol of Halloween. I do not know why we picked bats, other than I think they're creepy.
Yeah.
That people find them as a bad omen.
Could be.
It's the same reasons like we have spider webs and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. It's just
Creepy.
it's unsettling.
Yeah. Also, maybe bats because they're sort of related to vampires.
Yeah.
Snakes got lucky this holiday. They're
Yeah.
they're only feared every other day.
Yeah.
It's like snakes are like, we win this one.
Yeah.
Next year, fear this snake. God damn it.
So let's move into modern Halloween, because apparently we have sucked the religion right out of this.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
We sucked a lot of things out of it.
Yeah.
But take that out of context.
Yeah, I was gonna say, watch your word in there. But yeah, a lot of our traditions are now based either for the fun of it,
Yeah.
or it's an old tradition that we might not know the reason why we do it.
Yeah.
To be fair, you can say that about a lot of holidays.
Again, like Halloween's not an exception. Most holidays this has happened to.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
the nature of the beast. If you celebrate something for so long, you kind of forget why you're celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the sad thing.
Which is the point you may celebrate for selfish reasons, like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I half wonder if some people celebrated just to decorate their house up as creepy as they can to scare the pants off of people.
Is that like a competition now?
That used to be. I don't
Yeah.
remember having seen those competitions.
Yeah.
and then the traditional set up a haunted house.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool that
Yeah.
they started doing that. But we don't know why they started doing that.
Just like fit with the spooky theme.
Yeah.
True.
So I feel like that's everything, unless we got anything else.
Sorry, I'm tapped out.
Ready?
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Well, I mean, we did cover most of the reasons for our traditions in Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
There are great sources online to look up more if you're interested, and
Yeah.
there's even like TV or documentaries and
Mm-hmm.
even a cartoon special on the history of Halloween.
Wow.
Oh, don't bring that up.
Dave just gave me a glare, like, really?
I
You're gonna make them look up that?
Yeah.
I assume this is not something that's liked.
It's dated really badly and
Yeah.
doesn't actually do Halloween history justice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also has a tree with pumpkins on it.
Yep. You know, the good pumpkin tree.
Yep.
Why would you tell them this, Devin? Why?
Because spreading horror and chaos on Halloween is what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Yep, that's a fair point. You are you.
And with that, everyone, this has been Let's Look at the History of Halloween. I'm Devin.
I'm Cody. It's better to be dead.
I'm David.
Sleep well, everyone.